Hello everyone, I'm 26 years old. Today my first day starting a new job. I hope everything goes smoothly for me. I am recording this video to share my experience and also create value for anyone who is about to look for a new job. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. to get ready. Since today is my first day, I wanted to prepare myself as well as possible. I prepared my clothes. I don't have any particular fashion style, so I just dress neatly and properly. After combing my hair, I took my employee ID card because the company requires all the employees to wear a name badge. This is my first time working as an office employee. I felt a little nervous. Before leaving, I needed to check all the documents that I had to submit to the company in order to complete the onboarding process. Because if any document was missing, my employee status would be cancelled. In the past, I worked entirely on the production floor. I had never experienced office work before. Sometimes I wonder whether office employees work as hard as factory workers. Fortunately, I passed the interview and got this job. Alright, I locked the door and headed to work. My house is about 12 kilometers from the company. Therefore, on my first day I decided to leave a little earlier to avoid traffic because many people was also going to work at this time. Moreover, I had just returned to Vietnam after spending some time living in Japan, so I was not used to traveling long distance here yet. In Japan, people drive on the left side. In Vietnam, people drive on the right side. Today was a beautiful day. The sky was clear and sunny. Fortunately, it did not rain on my first day of work. On the way, I stopped by a breakfast shop. While waiting, the scenery of the industrial park reminded me of myself when I was in high school. I never thought that I had already been working for many years. I was no longer that innocent high school student. Today I bought an egg banh mi simply because it was quick and cheap. I bought it for 0.5 USD. This dish has been part of my childhood for a very long time. Everyone in Vietnam loves this dish. After spending 3 years in Japan, it had been a long time since I tasted the same familiar flavor again. While eating, I was thinking, I could not believe that I am already 26 years old this year. I have grown up and I need to think more about my future and my family. My parents are getting older every year, and I am not particularly talented and I do not know how to earn more money. Are any one of you the same as me? The road to the company was quite congested. In Vietnam, most companies usually start the day shift at 8 a.m., so I have to leave early. Otherwise, I would not make it on time. This area has many electronics companies. Most of them are Chinese and Taiwanese companies, so Chinese is highly valued in this area. I have arrived. I took off my helmet and put away my sun protection jacket. I adjusted my clothes to look presentable. I am at the company's shared parking area. The parking area is very large and can hold thousands of motorbikes. If you see so many motorbikes here, it is because motorbikes are the main means of transportation in Vietnam. Alright, let's head to the office. The scenery inside the company is quite open and spacious. There's many trees. The company is well organized and everyone follows the regulations properly. Now I'm heading to the office. It's quite a long walk from the parking area to the office. It takes about 50 minutes. Since today is our first day, I will attend a training session. Both factory workers and office employees are trained from the beginning. The trainer will explain the company regulations. They will also cover the fire safety procedures. Finally, they will explain the working hours and attendance system. The training lasted until 11:30 a.m. Then it was time for everyone to have lunch. This was my first time eating at this company's cafeteria. Actually looked quite good. From now on, I'll have lunch here to save time instead cooking and bringing my own meals. Our shift ended at around 5:30 p.m. Everyone in the office went home to prepare for next working day. On my way home, I stopped at a drink stand. I had a drink and took a short break. This is my favorite drink. It's called sugarcane juice. It costs about 0.3 USD. Finally, I arrived home. Today was really tiring. I hadn't worked for 2 months. It will probably take me about 2 weeks to get used to this routine again. Today I signed up for the gym again. It's been a very long time since I last worked out. I think it's been about 4 years. Back when I was in Japan, I worked 12 hours overtime almost every day. By the time I got home, I was too exhausted to do anything. Now that I am back in Vietnam, I wanted to improve my health so I can work better. Since I have a job and stable income now, going back to gym is something I can afford. It's been 4 years since my last workout. Looking back at the time I wasn't working, I had plenty of time to exercise and go out. I didn't have to worry about so much about money. Back then I smiled more and was more carefree. Now that I'm working again, I've realized that earning money is really difficult. I no longer have the same innocent way of thinking as before. Sometimes I even wonder if I'm just getting old. After my workout, I stopped by the local market. The market felt quite quiet because many workers are trying to save money. They have been spending much lately. Since there weren't many customers today, I stopped at my mother's store to see how things was going. I like talking with my mom. She spent half of her life working hard to raise my sister and me, and I still haven't been able to repay her very much. Sometimes I think I'm not good enough. I don't know when I'll be able to earn a lot of money to take my parents to places they've never been, to let them enjoy food I've never had, to have them retire earlier so they can enjoy life. Thank you for watching. I know I have to keep trying harder. so that one day I can make my parents' dream come true.